Hey everyone, this is Caroline. Welcome. We are broadcasting today on YouTube and Facebook and a little bit everywhere. We are doing a clearing session today. We had topics before on anxiety, depression, isolation. For those who are new, can go back to the previous sessions because this is very timely right now. I feel like we need to be addressing all of these problems. So I'm hoping that these live sessions are going to help you move some of these weird emotions that may be coming up for you. Everybody's struggling with something these days. So again, if you're new, welcome. Go back to if you have a specific topic, a specific comment, make sure you put them in the comment box. I also have with me Michael today. Michael, say hi.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Caroline. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. You know, it's like the movie's out now, and we want as many people to see it as possible because it's really their movie, I feel. You know, I feel this is supporting all this energy work we've been doing and talking about. And so I'm super excited. But today I want to focus on clearing stuff, on healing stuff, on shifting. Now, this is a kind of crash, session. It's not a full-blown session, but it's enough to shift you. I promise you. We've been doing this for a very, very long time. For those who don't know me, I have a massive library on my website of meditations and classes. So, this stuff works. It's helping so many people. There's different techniques that I use, but today it depends on what the subject is, what the problem, what the person needs exactly at that time. It's not just one simple methodology that I use all the time. But what may come across in the session is a straightforward, simple thing. But again, this shifts very quickly. So I hope this is going to help you. So I'm going to bring in a volunteer today. Very excited about that, so that you can go through the process live and have an idea next time this happens, or if you want to share this with someone, you will have a live person who has gone through it and what the questions or the confusions may be about. So let us bring Mark.
Hey.
Hello, my dear Mark. How are you?
Good evening, Caroline. Yeah, thank you for opening the space for me. I'm doing good. I'm sitting in my house and had a very busy day today. So I'm happy to be here now and to ground again.
So you're calling from the Netherlands.
Yes, I'm calling from the south part of the Netherlands. It's a very ancient town. It's created in 1185 and it's built in a triangle form.
Oh.
It's called Den Bosch, and three lanes coming together in the center part of the city center, and on top of it is a water pit. So you can imagine how, if we talk about spirituality and about energy, this city is also called the City of Light. You know, it's
wow. Well, wait, it's not Eindhoven is down. No, it's not The Hague. So is it further south?
It's next to Eindhoven. It's like 18 kilometers from Eindhoven. Yeah.
You guys have been to the Netherlands so many times. I've made so many friends, and so many people follow my work from there. So I am so thrilled. Thank you for being here. So Mark, and for everybody, we're here to support and also participate. So we've talked about in previous sessions, we've covered, like I said, anxiety, depression, but today is an open conversation. I mean, open topic. So what do you feel you are struggling with today that you'd like to address?
Well, it's as a yoga teacher, COVID-19 really hit me very hard. So basically, I started to shift into survival mode. and that created also exhaustion. But I could also see it was also deleting my creativity, or really my connection with my true self, with my nature self. And I could also see like the fundament that was really grounded and strong just collapsed away for some reason. But I could also see that based on, I call it like the vessel of self-worth, I needed to work a little bit to create a very stable and strong emotional fundament in order to not like to reactivate again, because this situation really happened for a reason also for me to really go deep within, and I could see that so many things were coming to the surface. And
What kind of things?
well, it's like the emotions of fear. There was also a lot of loneliness in it because I had a lot of time, and then I was really like seeing all my patterns, everything that was going on within me. I could also see all the activations that I was doing to survive, actually, to create money or to create income or whatsoever. And I was also really fighting against like the structures of a society in a way. So the government support, you needed to have like certain rules for it, and everything went wrong again, for example. But I needed to stand up for myself, and that was all the things that I needed to do in order to be very strong and grounded, and then not taking things so soon for granted in a way. But you really stand up for it. So, and that was
Yeah. I'm trying to follow what you're saying and also see energetically what's coming up as you're speaking. So I feel like you're trying to express this unsettling feeling of it's almost like your whole world was upside down suddenly, and certain things that, if I hear you correctly, certain things that you had taken for granted, came back up for you to question. But when you use the word survival mode, what do you mean by that? Are you talking about material survival mode, or like what? Because I can see something about this. So what the word survival mode for you? What comes up? Why did you use that term?
it was basically on the financial part.
Okay.
Yeah, on materialism, but also in my private life, everything just turned upside down. It was like a whole roller coaster that you were going, like emotionally, you're going. It wasn't going to like Disney World and going into like the roller coaster. No, it's not really like that. It's with all the emotions.
Yeah.
And all that was unresolved that needed to come up to the surface, and
Right.
that was really intense to see.
So I think many people relate to this upheaval, like this internal upheaval, especially the material uncertainty. I mean, that's so obvious. So I'm glad you're bringing this up, but you're also bringing up your relationship, your home situation, that also gets obviously affected. But to me, as I'm focusing on you and as I can hear you and sense what's going on, I feel like, first of all, do you have any place where you feel this energy is blocked? Anywhere in your body?
Oh yeah, it's the lower parts. It's the 1, 2, 3.
Okay, all right. Which is yeah? Go ahead.
Basically that area, yes.
Yeah.
It's like the really ground fundament of maybe my existence here on Earth.
Now, so it's a symbolic for those who didn't get this. It's the first, second, and third chakras, if you will, but it's really the connection to the physical. It's symbolic for your material body and your material aspect. And so what I feel is happening for you is that questioned everything about your mission here. I feel like yes, of course, the money situation, the material aspect, but I feel it's more like, well, if I can't make a living and do what I'm here to do to survive, like what is the point? What I'm saying is I see a deeper issue that should be addressed, because I'm always looking for the root cause. You know, everything you talked about are symptoms: fear, confusion, you know, feeling unsettled, feeling threatened, whatever, you know, all of these are still symptoms. But as I go down, I see the deeper root cause has to do with, well, if I can't make a living at what I know I'm good at, and I'm here to serve, then what is even my mission? You are re-questioning your entire existence. Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah.
You're
Because
re-questioning. Yeah, go ahead.
because the things that I'm doing, it's like yoga nidra or yoga, you know, practicing yoga or having conversations with people. I'm at the point that I'm really questioning myself. Am I really in line what I need to do?
Exactly. Exactly. And so to me, that is a deeper problem that needs to be addressed, because if underneath all of this, there's a part of you that believes and thinks that, what are you even doing on earth? Like, what's even my mission? If you're questioning that, then everything on top of it is going to collapse. Because if you're questioning, why am I even here? Why am I even on planet Earth? I don't see and I don't feel what the mission is about. Therefore, this belief system is going to attract. Why should you attract money? Why should you attract comfort? Why should you attract a comfortable home? Because that's not consistent with your other belief, which is, what am I doing here? I'm not connected to my mission here. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of the symptoms showed up because this underlying cause is being majorly triggered, which I really, really like, because at the end of the day, you know, this is the most important question. We are so busy doing and, you know, doing, you know, maybe if I wrote a book, this would happen. Maybe if I, you know,
Organize a retreat or a workshop or a session, or
maybe I do yoga. It's aligned with spirituality. It's you know, it's always about doing to figure out who you are and what you came to do. And it doesn't work this way. It's the exact opposite. It's for you to really finally understand who you are and what you came to do with your energy. And once that's clear, then the vocation will come about. Because you're even questioning why even doing yoga, correct? How long have you been doing yoga?
oh no, I'm not questioning that, because I understand it. I understand why I do yoga nidra, because of my energy, my presence that I bring into the space, and I can really hold that space.
I thought you
But
said earlier that you were even questioning that.
well, it's more about like the purpose of life, the meaning of life, or
There you go.
the other question was actually, why am I wasting my time?
I love that. Okay, wasting your time doing what? Again.
Because what I can see is that there is there is not so much discipline among humanity, or even though with me at certain parts. But why should I be somewhere where I can already see that they're not really ready for it or not really picking it up? So why should I waste my time?
Yeah, and again, I still feel like you're questioning everything you're doing. I really feel, even the yoga, I understand, you know, why you do it energetically, but as to help others, or, you know, it's just like you're questioning, like, is this really the way to get there to my mission? And so I'm loving this, because like I said, this is the most fundamental question that at one point or another, if you are on a path of raising your consciousness, being fully awakened, you have to at one point face this question. So in a weird way, we're going to thank COVID, in a strange way, because it just brought this up. Let's begin to shift our perspective that this is the right time. And also, you guys and Mark, you should know that when we are facing even the biggest, deepest, hardest questions, it's exactly at the time when we can actually handle them. So perhaps this question has been kind of, cooking in the background for a long time, but it wasn't the right time for you to face it and master it. So I'm glad you're here today, because that is the time. And what we're going to do is help you shift that deeper root cause. And when that shifts, then the rest will start to adjust and match what that question, which is, who am I and what have I come to do? What is really my mission? So now this is a very big question and a big conversation, and we're going to try to cram everything in 20 minutes here. So for you to know, but what we're going to do is shift you enough, unlock you enough that you will start a new momentum, so that tomorrow you could redo this meditation or whatever, and you will start to unfold. Does that make sense?
Yes, and it needs to be done. It needs to be. I feel it's the right time at the moment, because I'm just doing this all the time, so it needs to break through in a way.
And that's what we're going to do. For also, you're going to be helping so many people, because this situation had made everybody, go home and re-question everything. So we're very grateful for you for bringing this up. All right, at this time. So let's go ahead and begin with the clearing. Here we go. Everybody sit up straight with your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes. And let's breathe in through the nose. Breathe in. And exhale through the mouth. And again, breathe in. And exhale through the mouth. One more time, breathe in. As you exhale through the mouth, bring your focus to your heart, and let's set the intent. I ask and intend to create a sacred space. I ask to let go of all the distracting thoughts, distracting energies, distracting information. My intent today is to release my conscious and unconscious blocks about understanding who I really am and what I have really come to accomplish here on earth. Breathe in through the nose as you exhale through the mouth. From the heart, expand 360 degrees. Put yourself in a bubble of light. Imagine that is your sacred space. So I'm going to tell you to repeat certain intentions after me as I'm doing some light and sound work on you. But for those who are listening as well, and for you, Mark, I may say certain things that may or may not register, make sense. Don't worry about it. I'm reading into your subconscious. So just go with it and let it go. Here we go. Focus on your shoulders. Say quietly in your mind, I ask and intend to release my father's frequency of putting a burden on me regarding my career choices, but more importantly, who I really am in this body at this time. I ask to release my father's frequency of burden and imposing choices to identify, to find my own identity through my career. I am letting go of this frequency from every cell in my shoulders, my throat, my lungs. This is good. It's all clearing. I like that. My lungs again, my throat, shoulder, neck. Again, throat, shoulders. Perfect. Every cell in my lungs, my conscious, subconscious, and cellular memory. Breathe in through the nose. As you exhale, purge. Little particles come out of your body, of your throat, of your shoulders. You can drink, Mark, if you need to. Take your time and drink water. Very good. But this is all clearing, actually. Let's focus on your throat and say, I ask and intend.
I ask and intend.
You can say it quietly if you like, to release the frequency of not being in the memory and the trauma of not being able to express myself and be who I really am at the age of 5, from every cell in my throat. Again, my throat, trachea, lungs, from every cell in my body, my conscious, subconscious, and cellular memory. Breathe in. As you exhale, again, imagine particles leaving your throat, leaving your body. Very nice. Focus on your lungs. I ask and intend to release my deep sadness and my sister's frequency of sadness from every cell in my lungs. I ask to release the frequency and the belief that I'm unable to help my sister and humanity at large. I ask to release this frequency of sadness and helplessness of not being able to help my sister and humanity. After all the work that I do, the energy that I have, I am letting go of this frequency of sadness and helplessness and lack of purpose and feeling disillusioned about my own career here on earth. Breathe in. As you exhale, again, imagine particles clearing from your chest, especially your lungs. Very nice. Okay, we're almost done with that. It's all in your throat, my dear, and you're breathing. Focus on your throat and the trachea and the esophagus. Say, I ask and intend to release my mother's frequency of wanting me to succeed and be happy all the time, having to keep up with her needs and expectations. I am letting go of my mother's frequency of wanting happiness for others, for me. I am letting go of that influence and pressure to have to be always happy for her. I am letting go of this need and belief that I should project and show that I'm happy, joyful, and content all the time so that others can be happy too. Breathe in, exhale. Again, visualize all kinds of particles leaving your lungs. Nice. Again, your lungs, your throat. Very good. Much better. Okay, here we go. Now focus on your belly area. I want you to visualize a ball of light that's yellow. That's very warm, comfortable, and healing. It's like the reassurance that you are connected. And I see a brother on the other side, actually. But just focus on this yellow light being a reconnection with a family member, in your case, a brother, or a spirit family. Just think of this light being your connection to your spirit family. Bring it through your stomach very slowly, your belly. It's yellow and white. It feels very warm and calming. It's a reunion with your divine family on the other side, as if they were connecting with you and bringing the energy back, as if they were, visualize this light filling every cell in your stomach, your belly, your solar plexus, but also all the way down to your lower back area. And it starts to feel very warm, very calming. And I want you to visualize that this light is reawakening or reactivating the umbilical cord that you have with your spirit family. As if that physical connection around your navel area is now being charged up again. The energy of your spirit family, your spirit self, before you were incarnated. It's now flooding back into you. As you allow this energy to go deeper into your belly area and going up through your chest. Let's stay concentrated in the belly area for a second. And as you allow this energy to go deeper and deeper into every cell, say quietly in your mind, I ask to let go of the regret and the guilt that I haven't figured out my true mission yet. I am letting go of wanting to blame myself for not having accomplished as much as I should have by now. I am letting go of the sadness and feeling of being disillusioned about this physical reality that takes a lot more effort than expected. I am letting go of these beliefs, the sadness, the disappointment, that I'm not more further ahead on my path. Breathe in through the nose as you exhale through the mouth. Continue to let go and visualize every particle that had that block is now being released from your belly area, from every cell in your body. And now this light is getting stronger and brighter. And it's going deeper and deeper into every cell in your belly and up now through your chest, through your shoulders and arms, through your neck, through your head, all the way to the top of your head. And down through your lower belly, your lower back, your thighs, your knees, and your feet. And now you are filled with this very bright, bright, bright light. This is the Christed aspect of your being. The aspect that is pure, divine, and complete. As if you were merged back with your original essence, your original self. As you allow this energy, this merging with the Christed self, to continue to go deeper into your being. Focus on your heart and say quietly in your mind, I ask and intend to be who I really am, to awaken my true divine nature in this physical body. As of today, as of now. Breathe in through the nose as you exhale through the mouth. Continue to allow this light to go deeper into your cells. Continue to say in your mind, speaking from the heart, I want to awaken my true divine essence through all that I think, say, or do. As of today, as of now, I will begin to create a new physical experience with my true divine essence. This experience will be joyful, effortless, fun, successful, connected. You can use all the terms you like. Stimulating, exciting. And so it is. Breathe in through the nose as you exhale through the mouth. Take your time. Whenever you're ready, bring your focus to the heart and open your eyes. Take your time. All right, my dear, whenever you're ready. First of all, how do you feel? You look very lightheaded, which is normal because we moved a lot of energy, but how do you feel in your body?
It's very quiet.
Yeah.
Very silent, very calm, quieting. I can feel my heart really vibrating, like all over. I can feel my feet tingling like crazy. So, poof. Yeah.
I don't want you to focus on anything that we talked about earlier, because then you're shifting your vibration. Because right now, I see you very powerful. I feel like you're about to explode.
Yeah.
Power. That's how you look. You look like you're gonna burst from the power. That's
Yeah.
how it feels to me.
Yeah.
Is it exciting, or like are you nervous? Like how does it make you feel to have that power explode?
Oh, I feel very calm.
Beautiful.
I recognize it. But I'm not afraid of it now. That's the difference.
Ah.
I was afraid for it, so that's why I was afraid for that power, because it was from a different perspective as that it is now. Now it's really from the heart.
I love it. And I think the difference also is, before you were here and you were looking for it in all these things, and you were wondering, why is it not here? But now I see you like you're both together, like your physical self aspect and who you really are, like that very powerful energy, are one.
Yeah.
They're perfectly aligned. There's no outside of me. And because of that, this is going to give you that strength at your core. This is going to give you this new kind of way of exploring as you move forward, whether it's to attract financial freedom or your job. I think that what I recommend is to, moving forward, I'd like you to do this meditation again every day for 4 or 5 days. Why? Because you were, like I said, you were here and outside yourself for many, many years. And today, in these 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're completely shifted and you are one with yourself, if you will. So now we want to give this new attribute, this new nature, energy and momentum. So we don't want to think about how it was. We want to keep focusing on this and give it momentum, momentum, momentum. So 4 or 5 days nonstop. Then after that, when you feel like, okay, I can stay this way, I can be this way during the day, throughout the day, no matter what comes to me, I am so solid and strong. That's what needs to happen first. So I recommend that you don't think about your job. You don't think about what you should do. Don't think about how you're going to make money. Not yet, because it's, you know what I mean? You're still kind of like, we just did this. So give it enough momentum and power and keep saying to yourself, this is what I want. This is who I am, over and over and over. Then after 4 or 5 days, start asking the question. Put yourself in this place and then ask the question. I want to have guidance on how to begin to attract, or what career I should attract moving forward. Don't be surprised that your yoga becomes more your personal kind of strengthening and not your full-time job. Or that it will expand, it will take on a different form. So I don't even want to go there because I can see already it's shifting your energy. So I'm just saying, like, don't ask those questions now, but in 4 or 5 days, start saying, what does my career look like? Well, how do I attract abundance? Like, start asking those questions down the road and then see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I gotta turn on some lights because it's becoming very dark at my side.
It's okay. But you are super bright.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And does that feel good? You feel very empowered. I feel like your body's gonna explode from the
I'm sweating
like
crazy.
Yeah. So I want you to drink a lot of water, and I want you to stay in this energy after this call, because you can maintain, you can sustain this. You know how to do this. Always with the intention, my physical self and my divine self are one. That's what I want to do moving forward. That's how I'm going to proceed. Keep that visual, like make it stronger and stronger and stronger. So your body is like those complete being.
Yeah.
For as long as you can. I said do it over 4 or 5 days, but do it as often as you want. And then let's see what happens.
Definitely, yeah. The last couple of months, I really cleansed my body also because. So I think it was the perfect time to receive what I need to receive now.
Beautiful. And so what we did in this session is address the root cause, like I said, at the bottom of all that stuff, and give you the new trajectory. So now maintain it and strengthen it. And then off you go. Okay. So we want to hear from you also down the road. So make sure you let me know how you are.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have any questions before you go?
No. I think it was very clear, and I can feel everything in my body now. So I think if I have any questions now, it just distracts what I feel now at the moment.
I was just gonna say, like, I hope you don't have questions, because then you go to your head and your body, your energy feels amazing. So I'm gonna leave you to do that. Thank you so much, Mark. You are incredible. Thank you so much for being here. All right.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. All right, you guys. So anybody else has any quick questions before we sign off?
We have a lot of comments, and I just wanted to share some very quick because this was a pretty powerful session. Kim, thanks, loving it. Lisa says, profoundly beautiful. Thank you, Carolyn and Mark. Kim says, out of your head, Mark. Michelle had a great comment. Perfect topic. I am also a massage therapist and yoga teacher. I had fractured my hand in January. So between that injury and COVID, I feel the same way. And so there were so many people that received so much out of this. I want to thank Mark for being so brave. And I
Yes.
Do you feel that, because I've noticed the difference, but I'm coming from the outside looking in, not an expert on this topic, but I see a slight difference between men and women when you are doing these sessions. Is there one, or is this just the individual's different issues that we're working through?
I mean, I don't want to generalize, but in general, I find that men, by the time they come here, they have sort of figured out a reason. Like, for example, they say, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with this. And it's probably because of that. And I tend to do this. So it's like men seem to be very solution oriented. And so by the time they come here, they have some sort of understanding or explanation of what is going on. But that's usually not really necessary because, as you well know, that's just their mind trying to figure out, like, why am I stuck? That's the only difference. I feel women in general, well, that's not true. Sometimes women too are very much in their head. To be honest, that's maybe sometimes I notice that. Otherwise, at least all the men that I'm attracting or who are attracted to this work are at least open to receiving. And I'm so much enjoying working with men more and more because it's such a pleasure, to not always have that stigma, only women deal with their emotions and stuff like that. That's not true. There are a lot of beautiful male energies and men that are very much in touch, and I love it that they're open to be guided. So anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, do you think that Mark's other training, his yogic training and his other mental training, does that allow him to recognize this and heal faster?
Yes, that's definitely for sure, because he's already in tune with the feeling and the emotions and energy going through the body. So this is not foreign to him. And in fact, that's why, if you guys were noticing, as we were clearing stuff, he's extremely sensitive to so he was coughing and moving. And that's when a person is extremely sensitive, because they're feeling the energy passing through them. So this has a lot to do with his training. So that is going to be a bit of an advantage for him, because he will feel when things are stuck, when he's good to go. It's gonna help him a lot. And so, yeah. Any other questions?
That was it for the questions. I just want to thank everyone literally around the world that's watching this right now. United States, UK, Netherlands, all across the world. And if you like what you're watching, please subscribe to Caroline's channel. Hit that notification bell, because we go live often, and we have a huge list of guests, influencers, and co-stars that are going to be rotating around Superhuman. So clear your schedules for the weekend, jump on YouTube and check this out. And one last boring marketing thing. Superhuman is now available to stream as a rental. So I just dropped the link in the chat. And I also put your body of work on the Omnium Universe page. So all the library and the products are going to be in this chat as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I guess I'm glad you're doing the marketing, but it's good. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate that. But also, yeah, I wanted to say, so for those who are new to this work, or even those who are not so new, but just as a reminder, this is a crash. So I'm doing something quite simple here that looks simple, but actually, if you're interested in learning about this methodology, it's very actually complex, because I'm using all kinds of techniques at the same time, geometry, 0 point, align, all kinds of things, even though I'm guiding you to just say something or your intention. And so, but all this to say that there's a lot of training that we're also doing, new classes with the blindfolds and with the telekinesis. All of these classes are also new on the website, and I still have a ton of free stuff. So don't think this is just for you to sign up to anything. It's just to tell you that this is the time to use these tools to help yourself, because we're all stuck in this situation. And I take back the stuck word. We're all in the situation together. And so all kinds of stuff is coming up for us, and we can all help each other out. Just like Mark brought up something that to me was fundamental. I bet even the people who said I don't relate to his problem today, I guarantee in a little while that question is going to come up for you. And so that's why these sessions are so helpful. And again, we're here on the weekend. We're going to have all kinds of guests, and we're going to keep doing these free clearing sessions. So subscribe, tell your friends, share it with your friends, and do these sessions again and again. All right. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks so much.